When I started here, the first order of business was creating something that students actually wanted to show up for. We moved on to creating a really strong leadership culture and then involving students in the ministry that was taking place.
I wanted to join Grace Youth staff, frankly, because of the heart and the passion that honestly is just so evidently shown in the ministry for these students.
I wanted to join the Grace Youth staff originally because I have known Pastor Elisha and Pastor Melissa since I was a teenager. They were my youth pastors whenever I was 15.
There was something about working and leading with and serving the families of teenagers, especially within this generation, Generation Z.
Growth in our ministry, I think, came in waves. One of which was when we started doing outreaches. Numerically, we were growing. So when we were doing outreaches like Battle of the Schools, which you call BOTS, or One Big Party, OBP.
2019 really was when we started to kind of wear our own clothes, where we really fit into the identity and the structure and strategy of what we knew the ministry was going to be. Some of our largest outreaches saw over 800 students coming through the doors.
I feel like if there's one that I have to highlight specifically, it was whenever we introduced small groups. Small groups essentially just break down the Big of a Wednesday, which can be overwhelming to some students, into these small community-driven groups.
I feel like for us, the biggest growth took place actually in 2020. And it may not have been numerically, but I feel like there was so much growth on our staff, in our leaders, our volunteers, and our students as far as spiritual depth.
The moment I started to notice the most growth for Grace Youth was, I believe, the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020. It was more evident when COVID hit. Our team was able to reach out to students even though this terrible situation was going on.
Nothing breeds innovation like crisis. And we knew that walking through this, we couldn't retreat, we couldn't back down.
I just had confidence that what was gonna unfold was all by the grace of God and was all part of God's plan.
For our summer camp, we couldn't have actual camp, and so we did a 24-hour live stream.
We have an incredible group of interns and leaders and volunteers that I knew they would keep running with the vision.
When a student comes to Grace Youth, I believe that they're gonna experience an encounter with God in a genuine way.
When they come to Grace Youth, they can definitely expect a friendly face.
A lot of fun, creative elements throughout service.
Expect a great service where we have fun and we also get to learn more about God, and the worship is awesome, it's powerful.
Belong and Believe is literally the heart for this ministry.
Belong and Believe here at Grace Youth, that is our heart, is to make sure that we're creating a space where students can find their identity.
I know who I am because I know who God is.